So formally, again, welcome to all of you to this orientation meeting about these two camps that are coming up. Most of you must have seen these flyers. If you have not seen the flyer, then please do WhatsApp me and I will send the flyer across. I'm trying to get the mouse. Yeah, yes. So I know some of you are here because you're interested in the May camp, which is the life camp, and some of you are interested in the family camp. But there are a lot of common points to both, so I did not want to have separate meetings for both. Individually, I will address both the camps as well as you can ask questions also about both the camps. So you would have seen these two flyers. So this one on the left, it is the family camp where we insist that somebody comes with the family, and all participants will be like that. So at least one or two people or the entire family can come. You can bring friends along. You can, it's something that is really fun, like a outing or a holiday. And both the venues are the same. Both are I'm partnering with NALS. Amaze is partnering with NALS. NALS is a very well-renowned mountaineering and leadership and adventure school based out of Coimbatore, but they have campsites in the Nilgiris as well as in Manali, and they also do consulting in for many institutions to set up such activities for the institutions. They work with corporates. So it is really a blessing that they have opened out their space for us. And this happened close to like you can see since 2011 we have been doing this camps. First time I think in 2010 we just went as a family for this camp. I mean this campsite, and my son really loved it. I Most of you know me, but for those who you don't, I have a son who's 29 years old, is on the autism spectrum. He's also has apraxia, is non-verbal, and outdoors and nature is what he really loved, and that's how we started doing a lot of that. We lived actually, we were based out of Bangalore. We were also abroad for a little bit, but when we decided to settle down, we settled down in Coimbatore. One of the reasons was the proximity to a lot of hills where we can go and do trekking, because that's something he enjoyed. His name is Nishant. He is now tired of the camps. As you can see, we've done so many camps. We've done 24 in Kunur itself over the years, because we do roughly two a year, except for the COVID time. And we tried one in Manali. We did not pursue that because it was a bit too tough for some of the children who went there, the conditions. We could do one for those who are really enthusiastic. And we've done 8 camps in collaboration with another organization called First Light Consultants, run by, again, another friend of mine, somewhere near Pune in Maharashtra. And all these camps have been very, very successful. We've touched over 1,000 people across India through these camps. Now, before I go into the details of each of these camps, I thought let us start with some glimpses from the camp while people are still joining in. So, this is the estate where the camp is based. It's a huge, huge tea estate, also has the forest inside it. So the exact acreage, I don't remember. Whenever my colleague, Lieutenant Sheshadri, he's ex-Navy, he's the director and CEO of NALS. I'm hoping he will join us. So it's a huge space that is available to us to explore. So just sit over here. And I request you all to please put yourselves on mute or be quiet. It's a really picturesque location. And when we go in April, there are the jacaranda trees in bloom, and the weather is quite pleasant. Even though it is summer, it can get hot also, but it gets really cold. Like it can go to 12, 13 degrees at night and get quite warm. Like even though the temperature is around 26, 27, it can be quite hot because of the altitude. So usually we start the camp with some low intensity activities. We call them low rope activities, which are easy to perform. You can see some samples of the low rope activities. Yes. So when you arrive, these are the activities we will start with, whether it is the family camp or the life camp, all these activities will be done. Yeah, you can see even the adults are having a good time. Adults can also are also participants. It's the camp is not only for the children. We expect the parents, siblings, or whoever, even grandparents can participate along with the children. And then we, as the evening grows after tea and all that, we do some icebreaker games. And then in the night after dinner, we also do a safety briefing. It is a forest area, so there is the briefing will include things about safety in the room, safety as far as animals are concerned, and moving around. And here, what you can see is a demonstration of how to use the sleeping bag. And the next morning, usually we will start with high rope activities. And here you can see this is Lieutenant Sheshadri, you can see in the picture, who is briefing us regarding the high rope. So every activity will have a briefing with regard to and a demo how the activity should be done. And the briefing will also include safety aspects. So we need to follow safety all the time. As you can see, everyone's wearing helmets, everyone's wearing a harness. And this is one of the high rope activities called the Burma Bridge. And that is what we will start with. Yeah. And then you have something called the sloth walk. This is like two ropes. And these are all at very at a height of, I think, the exact numbers I may go wrong. I think 60, 70 feet. And it requires the body coordination, etc. We also have in the morning and in the evening, maybe a short walk or a short trek, which is nearby, around 45 minutes, like a warm up. And sometimes we also they do some warm up games, really fun games and activities in the morning time. And otherwise, the trekking will take us through the forest, through the hills, and the long trek is about 3.5 hours, 6, 7 kilometers. We will trek one of the days, and through the tea gardens, we will be trekking. The other activity is the zip line. Again, it's down the hill, and it's a really easy and fun activity. And the tougher of the activities is rappelling, where you come down this natural rock. You know, it is not rock climbing, but coming descending from the rock with safety. But you can see children do it quite easily and the food is vegetarian and very healthy, wholesome meal is provided. What you can see here is the breakfast on one of the days, and here you can see the young people enjoying dinner together. This is the living area of the camp. So these are how the rooms are from outside. And this is the gazebo area where you saw the meals and all happening. A corridor is there, which leads to the toilets. And this is inside where you have this is what is the dormitory. So there will be bunk beds. There will be 6 to 8 bunk beds in each room, meaning 3 to 4, 6 to 8 people can stay in a dorm. So depending on the size of your group, we will allocate you. And of course, we have many of our wild friends who join us. So this is just a small glimpse of the camp itself. And I'm coming back to the other presentation where we'll go into specifics about the camps coming up. Well, the first one coming up is the family camp. As you know, the dates are 18 to 20 April, and the reporting time at the camp is after 12 noon on 18, meaning you can reach for lunch, and checkout time is after lunch on the 20th. And the nearest airport or the railway station is Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. That's where I live, and that's where Amaze is based out of. You can also drive up from the other side. So either way, because it's set in the hill, there is no railway station in Uti or Kunur or near the campsite. The nearest one would be Coimbatore, or the other one would be Mysore or Bangalore. You can drive up from Mysore or Bangalore, but it takes fairly, it's longer. From Coimbatore, it is about 85 kilometers, takes about 3.5 hours. So we can arrange for shared transport, and usually we arrange for it to leave from our center, which is again about 10, 12 kilometers, about half an hour, 45 minutes from the railway station, half an hour and 45 minutes from the Coimbatore airport. And the common transport, like it depends on the number of people, whether it's a bus or a van or a car that you need individually, we can organize for it at a cost. And that leaves, usually the common transport leaves at 9 a.m. on 18, because we want to be there 3.5 hours later, by 12:30 at least. And usually we leave around 2:30 and reach back by 6, 7 o'clock. I'm saying 6, 7 o'clock because sometimes on a Sunday we have extra traffic. So this is for the family camp. Yeah. And the schedule for the family camp, you saw the picture, so you'll have an idea of what I'm talking about. So usually by 8:30, we expect you to arrive 9, the bus departs. Then there is a bio break. We take chai or something in between at a place called Kateri. And then we arrive at the campsite. The room allocation and settling time we give, and then do the low rope activities which you saw. And then tea and snacks is served, and there is briefing and ice breaking game, dinner, and time to celebrate. And from the next day, you have a morning walk or trek, short trek, have breakfast, then the high ropes, zip line. Now, this is it's a sample schedule. It may not be exactly we do this activity at this time. It depends on the weather, depends on the group. So, and the trainers who are available, how they can set up the activities. So, the final schedule will be shared only a couple of days before the camp. This is just to give you an idea. This is from last year. So, you can see that this is how roughly the camp is organized. So, there is a zip line activity, and then evening, some group activity, maybe a talent show. Those who can sing. Those who can dance, can dance. And sometimes we even organize a night trek if everyone is up to it, not too tired. Then a night trek is a really lovely experience that is organized by the team, right? And then on the third day, Sunday, they again, maybe we don't do the short trek, maybe we do the special activities, stretching and games, and then do either rappelling. So rappelling is a tough thing. We give a choice between rappelling and long trek, and then you can come back, have a bath, pack, take photos, have lunch, and leave. So this is the typical schedule. It is not the exact schedule that we'll follow. It's a typical schedule. For the life camp, it is little longer. Now, what is a life camp? Life camp is a camp we design for young adults to be able to come, yeah, adolescents and young adults who are above 13 and above, to come on their own without their parents and learn to be in this camp location. And so it's a little longer than the family camp. Family camp is 3 days and 2 nights, and the life camp is 4 days and 3 nights. Again, reporting time, checkout time are similar, except that this starts on a Thursday and ends on a Sunday. And again, the nearest airport railway station is Coimbatore, and the distance and all that I already explained for the family camp, and shared transport again can be organized. Here, the typical schedule is somewhat similar, but because we have one more day, we have more group sessions in the afternoon and evening. We don't pack in the adventure activities like we do one adventure activity a day and one group activity in a day. So you can see in this day, when we reach, we are doing the low rope activities. It is fairly similar to the family camp schedule. The next day, we have high rope activities and zip line and maybe night trek. Again, very similar to day 2. Day three, if you see, we're doing a long trek. So here we surely do a long trek with everybody. And we're doing some art-based activities and having a dance party at night. Yeah. So musical evening the previous day, a dance party at night. So the youngsters get to interact and have a nice time with each other. And on the final day, we do rappelling. So it's somewhat similar. And here, what we do is we have at least one trainer per two people. Yeah, and we have extra resources, somebody who's looking into the medication, somebody who's checking if the children ate. So we have some volunteers who are also looking into all this. So we put for the sleeping, we say 1:3. One trainer sleeps with three youngsters. So because many of the participants are male and we have lesser male resources, that's the ratio for sleeping. But in the day, the ratio increases because the female volunteers are also there to take care of them. All right. So that is for the uh, uh, life gap. So the expansion of life is life skills, independence, fitness, and exploration. So basically, those are the skills that we want to derive from the camp. Last time we had an art-based therapist come who's also trained in movement and theater. So it was real fun. And she really had a lot of nice activities to do for the group in the life camp. Similarly, we might invite this time also some resource who can engage them. And my whole team from Amaze will be there, and I will be there for both the camps. So the benefits that we've seen over the years, we've done so many camps, are in all the areas, physical, social, attitudinal, and it's a stress buster. So we see that once they go through the camps, you feel, oh my God, I could do so much, and let me try to do more. And we start giving more attention to health and fitness. And when we do these activities regularly, there is improved motor skills, better attention, concentration for the children. Also, the children develop, social skills, group skills, following instructions, waiting for a turn, adjusting to changing the plan based on weather. They share the space and, in the dormitories, and they eat as a group, play as a group. So these are all uh, huge social benefits, and even the siblings get an opportunity where they are at an equal plane with their, neurodiverse sibling, and interact with other siblings. Families develop bonds with each other, and lifetime friendships are formed at the camp. So this is a this is not what I was looking for when we started the camps, but this is a huge way in which our community is connecting through the camps. Also, attitudinal changes, children and parents learn to overcome fear and have more belief in the potential of their children. Seeing them do these very tough activities makes us believe that our children can really reach for the heights. And of course, being with nature, many of the children who have sensitivities with sound and being in a group, being in a crowd, all that we see go away, disappear because they are in the midst of nature. Yeah, and they're doing activities that are not like, demanding of them in a direct way. So they get a much needed break from the routine, and the parents also are get a break from the routine where they don't have to keep looking out for the children, and somebody is doing the cooking. The food is really tasty, believe me. Yeah. And we've also been covered in the media. There's just one article that I put across, but there are multiple articles where we've been covered. So for registering, as you all know, you need to WhatsApp me or Nisha and fill up the form that we will send you. Only if you WhatsApp us, we are not putting the form out there. So you need to tell us your interest and we'll send it to you, and make a payment and share the transaction ID with us. And that's it. That's how you sort of complete the registration. And end of March or beginning of April, we'll form two separate WhatsApp group for the two camps and give instructions as to the clothing, as to what you need to carry. There will be a lot more instructions for the life camp. We'll be sending you a packing list, how to pack their stuff, what is, how to, and ask you for the medication and uh, all such things, right? So that is what I wanted to share. And now I'm happy to answer questions or go back to any particular slide that you want me to go back to. Just give me a minute to catch my breath.
Sure, sure.
Hmm.
Akhila ji, can you please display the previous slide? Right now, the one which you had, there was this mountain where children were just lined up. Something was written on that slide, just the previous slide to the
Yeah,
last one.
yeah, sure, sure. This is
Yeah,
just a article that came out. So this
uh,
is
yeah, this one. Yeah, yeah. Just wanted to.
So this
Okay.
is an article, and the it reads something that Lieutenant Sheshadri always focuses on. He says fear is the key, and he adds up perhaps only because he does not want to make a sweeping statement about something his team members and he are still trying to prove conclusively as to how adventure activities can be used as therapy to help young people, especially to deal with psychological issues. So NALS does offer psychological support, the longer stay even for those who have mental health challenges. So this was an article excerpt from that.
Sorry to, I mean, maybe I don't want to deviate, but right now, what you said, what NALS is offering, for this mental health support. So, are there similar, I mean, things like this one, where they will be which NALS is organizing and we can get in touch with them?
Yeah, you can talk to them. Certainly.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine, fine.
Those interventions, as far as I know, have been over summer and more one-to-one for a longer period. Yeah. But when it comes to the neurodivers, they tend to go with either, Amaze as a partner, but I also know that other schools and centers who've been able to gather a minimum number of people in the group, they've also gone across as, separate groups also. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Any questions you have regarding either of the camps? I'm open to that right now. You can just raise your hand or unmute and ask.
Hello, Akila ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Prerna here.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, 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 Prerna, tell
Yeah,
me.
hi, ma'am. Ma'am, yeah, I wanted to ask you now. We could, I mean, like I told you, we are in the planning stage, and we'll be traveling from Mumbai, and we are planning to attend the camp and then spend some time in Kunur also as a family. Now, I
Okay,
have my mother-in-law who is 80 years old.
okay.
I want to know if she would be attending the camp with us, like for 3 nights and 2 days. How would the accommodation be? Like you said, bunk beds for everybody, it would be?
Okay, there are two things. Usually for the life camp, my mother comes with me because I don't have a place to leave her. I go
Okay.
with my son, and we're just three of us right now. So then there are few rooms, very few rooms where there's two bunk beds and an attached toilet.
Yeah,
So
ma'am,
we
sorry to interrupt you. I'm talking about the family camp, man. Family camp.
in the family camp also the same
Yeah.
accommodation, right? We could allocate a room which has two bunk beds and a attached toilet for your family. But how big is your family? The other people may need to share somewhere else.
Okay, so we are five of us. If we are
Yeah.
traveling, then if we would be coming, five of us, my husband, me, my elder
Is she
son.
mobile? Is your mother-in-law mobile?
Yeah, she is mobile now. She has had a knee surgery, so she
Because there
walks
is a place where you have to come down the slope a
down
bit.
the slope. Okay,
Yeah. To reach the accommodation area.
I
Will
see.
we
I
be
see.
able to navigate that? That's the question. There is also another option where there is it is in a tea estate, right? So the tea
Okay.
estate has a guest house, which is like a homestay thing, but they are private. Like, Nisha, you're there. So she can help you to book that. But that would be more comfortable, I think, for your mother-in-law if only she would like to stay there, or one of you can stay there with her, and the others can join the camp, or all of you want to stay there, you can figure that out. That would be a little more expensive,
Okay.
but that is
All right.
very near the campsite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So where she doesn't have to get down the slope.
No, there I think the car can go. Nisha, you're there? I think the car can go up to the lobby. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Thank you, ma'am.
And anyway, the drive up, the last bit, the drive is a kacha road, and we do not recommend people reaching that last bit by sedans. So if
Okay.
whatever vehicle you're taking, please ensure they are have good clearance and can go on the hills.
Okay. Fine. Fine. All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome.
Yeah, ma'am, I had the same question. Like, I was thinking my dad can come along. He's also 80 and very mobile and very active. Uh, so just wanted to.
My mom comes every year. She's 81, but she doesn't come for the activities. She just comes down once, and she's
Yeah,
able
of
to do
course,
that.
just to be with
Gentle
everyone and
slope. It
enjoy
is
the.
a gentle slope that they need to come down like a ramp, and then they can be there in the camp. But in that level, there are only 2 rooms there which have these attached bathrooms. So if more people with the same needs come, I can't
Uh,
give
so,
everyone.
ma'am, if not attached, what are the provision for
It
bathroom
is
for the other?
nearby. It's just it's like a train. That's what I described.
Okay, like just
In
down
the
the
second AC
family.
down the road, but in the train, the bathrooms are very small, narrow, and not clean. Here you have 4 separate areas for bath, 4 for toilet, and they're clean, and
Okay.
they're separate for ladies and gents.
Okay.
So we might like, if you're on this side and the ladies' bathroom is on the other side, ladies then may have to walk. So we allocate based on the need. If there are more ladies in a group, then we put them nearer the ladies' toilet. If it's a family, we might just place them somewhere in the middle so everyone is equidistant. So I try to think and do the allocation, but I can't like guarantee things 100%. But there are a few rooms which are little away with the attached bathrooms. We do allocate to families on a first come first serve basis. I think 5 or 6 are there. I'm not sure if this available because I already have 8 to 9 registrations for the family camp with the family. So I do that on a first come
So,
first
what
serve.
is the maximum number, ma'am, of people that attend? I mean, you have a
That
capacity?
place can hold 120 people.
Okay.
But we stop the number at 70, 65, 70.
I see. And what is the last date, ma'am, to register?
I've never had to have a last date because it gets full very soon.
Okay. So it's first come, first serve.
Yeah.
You know by which time I have to like make a decision and come back to you.
That's what I'm saying. Already people have registered and paid up for the family camp.
Okay.
Yeah, life camp also I have about 10 inquiries, but no one has paid as yet. Family camp, I've had about 30 inquiries, out of which 8 or 9 have paid up. Families. So if some of them pay up, the camp will just get full. Because when you're looking at a family, it's roughly about 3 people,
Mm-hmm.
2 or 3 people. So 30 into 2 itself is 60. So that's why I'm saying that I don't have a last date.
Okay.
The sooner you decide, then once it gets full, we don't try to push because the number of trainers are limited. And for the family camp, I'm the only support person. I don't bring anyone to support from my team. So hence it becomes difficult then to manage more than that. We just expect the family to support the child. So only the NALS trainers are required then to complete the activities.
Ma'am, I have a question. Is that will you be forming any WhatsApp group for the different, like the live camp, for example?
Yeah,
I will be traveling from Mumbai, so if there is someone else also is traveling from Mumbai, maybe
I
we
will
could
be
travel to.
informing once you register. I
Huh.
can't do that as a pre. But if
Sure,
you're
sure.
thinking about this, I can look at the inquiries and I'll put you in touch. Just
Sure,
send
sure.
me a
I can
WhatsApp.
register.
Like
Yeah.
Prerna's from Mumbai, but she's looking at family camp.
Huh. I'm looking for the life
Life
skills.
camp.
Yeah.
So I would just let me look. Just send me a message. I'll look through my list if someone from Mumbai is already
Sure,
inquired. We
sure.
did have last time. If you know Gopika, Veer, and uh, two boys from Mumbai who travel with their dad, one of
Hmm.
their dads, and he left them there and he went for some meeting of his and
Okay.
came and picked them up. We
Fine,
had
fine. I
one boy
will
from
register
Chandigarh
today
also.
itself. Yeah, yeah.
We
Yeah,
had
yeah.
Akshay Mathur from Chandigarh. We
Yeah,
had,
fine.
we get, even for life camp, children from all over. And for the family camp, we've had, this time also there is a lady coming from Bhubaneswar. Um, Mumbai, we've always had. Rajini's children have come 2, 3 times. And yeah, if I'm used to the kid, then the next time I
Rajnish,
say,
I
okay,
know.
I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
support. Like Jay and Veer
Yeah.
came, they've come
Understood.
3 times and they've come to Pune camp. So the fifth time they came, they traveled in the plane alone and I picked them up and they stayed with me overnight and came. But I can't offer that for everybody. If I don't know the kid, I'm not offering that the first time.
For sure. Yeah, yeah. That is a yes, definitely. Yeah, that is a great. I mean, this you're the fact that you're allowing, this volunteers and they can stay without parents. It's a great thing. This is exactly what I've been looking for.
Yeah, and parents, if you're having to travel with the kid, we don't have an objection to you staying in the camp, but a little away. We'll accommodate you in those 5, 6 rooms I told you, no, that are a little away, so
Yeah,
that you're not always in the vicinity. And in
exactly.
the life camp, the parents are not encouraged to do the activities. The activities
Exactly.
are purely for the individuals, so that we
Exactly.
can go with our schedule. Otherwise, if everybody says, "Nahi, I'm here, come all the way, let me do the activity," then
Mhm.
it delays our schedules.
So, ma'am, one important question is the live cam. It is from 22nd to
Yeah,
25th. So, if I mean, I have to drop the boys at your Amaze in Coimbatore on 22nd morning. When do I have to drop them?
I'll just share that slide so you can take a snapshot or something. So over here, you can see down the shared transport leaves Amaze Center at 9 a.m. on 22nd.
Okay, at 9.
Alternatively, you can report directly at the camp after 12 noon.
Okay, directly to the camp after 12 noon. Okay,
Yeah.
fine, fine, fine. Okay, I have to
Similarly,
check. Yeah, ha.
yeah, you can pick up at the camp at 2 p.m. or from Coimbatore at 6, 7 p.m.
Ha. Okay, fine. Yeah, I've took a screenshot, yeah. But in case there is something I can always, just verify, clarify with you, the after
Absolutely,
booking.
absolutely. Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. I just had this so that, I really expected more parents to attend and clarify doubts. Anyway, we are recording this, so I'll probably put it out on
Yeah.
YouTube or something so others can have.
Ma'am, what about the cost of the transport from Amaze
That
to
will have to
Coimbatore?
be shared.
Okay.
Whatever is the actual, suppose we get a bus and the bus guy just quotes a amount, right? 9,000 or something. Then if there is 15 people, it will be shared by 15. If there are only 12 people, be shared by 12. Good
Okay.
evening. Lieutenant Sheshadri has joined us. He's traveling. So he
So
is being
sorry, I'm late. I just could join in now. So
great. Great.
Akina and the rest, very good evening to all of you.
Good
Good
evening.
evening,
Good evening.
sir.
So I've gone through a slideshow of some pictures from the camp and a little bit information about the camp. And right now we're into Q&A. Let me say Shanti.
I'm available. Please go ahead.
So this is Thomas here. I'm. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can
Please,
hear
sir.
you.
Good evening. Go ahead.
Yeah. So my son has not been out from house. I mean, though he's independent, about 70% he's independent, but he's not stayed away from us for long. So I just want to understand how are you going to manage him in a scenario in a camp, especially
Well,
when.
So we will be asking you for
Is there
detailed
any adult accompanying him?
No, he's fairly. No. So I think I'm talking about the second life camp.
Oh,
For
yes.
the
I was under the impression
we
okay,
are
one
talking
adult
about
will
both the
accompany
camps.
in that program. Akila, you have anything to
Yeah,
add on this?
yeah. For the life camp, we have our trained staff from Amaze
Okay.
who will be there. Yeah.
Okay.
And they will be supporting. We Amaze, we run a skill training center, a day center at Coimbatore. So these are people who have worked with persons who are on the autism spectrum for the past 10 years, most
Okay.
of them. So they are used to handling, and we'll be asking you for detailed input, whatever be the,
Okay.
inputs you want to give about your child in terms of food or challenging behaviors or certain routines they want to follow or medication, and we'll be taking care of that.
Okay. Okay. So these.
Any challenging behaviors, how you handle it, etc.
So in this life camp, how's the accommodation? I saw. I mean, how many? What is the sharing basis? And
Usually there is one. So your son is a male, so there will be
yeah.
two other students with one teacher for the night.
Acha, acha. Okay.
And during the day, the lady teachers are also there to support.
Okay.
So while eating, while doing other activities, the ratio is almost 1 to 1. But just
Okay.
the sleeping time, the ratio is 1:3.
So the restrooms are attached, or it is somewhere.
They're not attached. No.
Acha, acha. Okay. Yeah.
The accommodation is very basic, and that's the idea of a camp.
Okay.
And
So we have to carry bed sheets and pillows.
no. Bed sheets, pillows, blankets will be provided.
Acha, acha. Okay.
Towels you have to carry, toiletries you have to carry,
Acha.
and of course your clothes and shoes and all that.
Okay. Okay.
Food will be provided, is included. But if you have some specific snack, etc., you may want to carry.
Okay. Okay.
Medication.
So my son is very little specific about non-spicy food. So I'm not sure, is that a customized kind of a food available there? No?
The food is not
I
very
answer,
spicy.
Akila?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please.
Sir, we get very, very less spicy foods, least fried, deep fried, not much of masalas. So you can be assured people come there sometimes for 28 days and 3 months also.
Okay.
They stay there, and we have got very good experience in that department, sir. So please be assured.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Only thing we can't provide, I think, is non-veg. And
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
and junk food is not really encouraged. So yeah.
Yeah. I understand that. Yeah. So there will be some briefing made by the trainer to these children for the life.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
We have visual schedules. The rules and briefing is done by the NALS team with respect to the safety and everything. And by our team also, we do talk, and we keep an eye. We keep an eye because we don't take more than 15 individuals for the life camp. So
Okay. Maximum is 15. Okay.
15, 16 has been our maximum. Yeah.
And what is the minimum number? I mean, how many years enrolled till now for the main?
Till now, we've always had full house 15. So.
How many have already been enrolled, madam?
There have been 8 to 10 inquiries,
Acha.
but nobody has actually paid for the life cam yet.
Okay.
That's the status.
So I have a question for Mr. Sheshadri. So when you're doing this physical activities,
Yes, sir.
how do you build the confidence? Because if see, my son is used to cycling and but he's not done any of the other adventures what she was mentioning. So how do you build that confidence and move him into a more comfort zone? So just wanted to understand that.
Yeah, it is quite a challenging for us. We do see 3,000 people visit our camp on an average per year. And generally speaking, almost 5-10% of the general public from schools, college, corporate face enormous amount of fears these days. So that's our job. We stand on to it, and this is a very small crowd. We do see 50
Okay.
and 60, and that is where we have a bigger challenge of time essence. And despite that, we are able to motivate those kids to move out. And yes, in this particular case, communication is definitely a challenge.
Right.
But my team now close to 4-5 years in this experience, at least the current team. So we are extremely patient and tolerant with these kids. Some of my team members, go with them on the ropes, stick with them and climb down the rocks, or walk hand in hand. Some amount of cajoling and all that will be part of our procedure, please.
Okay.
We try, the team is really fantastic, the NALS team, in terms of supporting for the activities. Even two people may be supporting somebody, one in front, one at the back for rappelling. Literally, the child is keeping their foot on the trainer's foot and coming down sometimes.
Acha.
But if the child is not making that little leap of faith, in spite of all this, we try our best, but we don't really like push them, off the cliff.
Yes.
That is a policy. Yeah.
Okay. So is there any alternate activities? Suppose some, like for example, rappelling. I think rappelling is climbing down the mountain, right?
Yeah.
Is there any alternate activity to that? I'm just
in the family camp, it is either long trek or rappelling usually is what we try and plan. But in the life camp, because the group is really small, there is no, at the same time, there is no alternate activity.
Okay.
Over the 3 days, there are so many other activities. In the afternoons, we are planning either art or movement or games. So in something, the child will find interest.
Okay.
You wanted to say something, Lieutenant Sheshandri?
No, I'm quite eager to hear the Q&A. I will be most delighted to support. From my side, look forward to having these lovely children and their families in both these programs. And now, thanks to Amaze and Akila's efforts, now we are now 13 or 14th year into this. It's our greatest joy and fulfillment that we are able to do it despite so many other pressures of our job and career and current status. So please be assured, it is our extreme duty and sincerity that we love to have these children in our facility.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much
Akila,
for supporting us. We've actually, when I actually did a count, we've done 25 camps till now. Can you believe it?
Wow, that's so nice. Yeah. Yeah, we do twice a year, right? So we started around 2011 or 12. Exactly. So there goes your count correctly. Thereabout. Yeah, fantastic.
Any medical support available on the campus?
Generally speaking, our first aid, all my team is all first aid qualified for basic things. There are some emergencies have happened in the past where we have driven them down to the nearest hospital, which is the Chamaraj Hospital. I must also be, sorry, some noise here. So I must also tell you that we've had some emergencies in the past, okay? The most serious ones are adults tripping and falling, right? So fractures were part of their experience, so we had to drive them to Kunnur for first aid and fracture. The one serious thing was a bee attack around in 2021, where some children were making too much noise or they were using perfume. So one of the reasons we had a bee attack, but all the 54 children, we had a bee attack drill and they were all saved. And 3 children were some extra stings and they were taken to hospital and everybody went on to complete the program and went about. So why I'm saying this is, with this hindsight and experience, we have reasonable control to manage some situations that has happened in the past. Okay, sir?
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah.
Anything else I'm holding? Yeah. Is there any specific food requirements other than the spice which was mentioned? Can be mentioned in one of your mails or WhatsApp, so that we try to help to the best possible. We offer a very good diet of vegetarian food, but some children want an extra dose of dal only with rice instead of sambar and rasam. Yeah, those are all very, very minor things. Is there any Jain food kind of thing also can be mentioned? We can add a dish to it. Please feel free to message us at the right time.
Thank you so much.
Sure. Yeah.
We'll collect that information.
Yeah.
Akhila ji, I have one question. Is once I register, I'll do it today. So can I send you an email telling about the specifics of each boys? I mean, their challenges.
So we will be sending you a form which will cover communication, food, medication, all the areas. And in that, there is extra information that you can add. So if you go by our format, it will help us.
Yes, yes.
We treat it very seriously. Every child has an exam pad, like a medical nursing person, and every day things are ticked off, whether the medicine was given, whether they ate, etc.
Medicine,
So we sort of, the person in charge of the child will check all those things. Did they have a bath? Did they pack? Did they this? Did they that?
Oh, that's great. Yeah. So sure, we are this year and next year also. I'm already in for 2 years. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
So are there any other questions? Otherwise, I think Lieutenant Sheshadri has a flight to catch. And I've come to Chennai for an emergency. So by 5, I have a hard stop.
Okay. Yeah. That's good. I mean, we had it was an insightful talk by you and Mr. Sheshadri. Thanks for your time and appreciate it.
Let me apologize. I joined in late, but we are available either through WhatsApp or messages or any other medium. And you still have a few things to clarify and ask. Once you can fill up the Google Forms, we'll be most delighted to support you in any way possible. Akhila, thank you, and all the lovely parents there. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
If you can share the slides, is it possible to share the slides, Ms. Akhila?
What I'll do, I made a recording of this meeting. So I'll just I can share the PDF, but I'll also share the video recording.
Fair.
Put it on YouTube or something and share it with everyone.
All right. That'll be great. Yeah. Thank you, Akhila madam. Yeah.
Well, so good evening to all of you and have a great weekend, whatever's left of it.
You too.
Thank you, Lieutenant Sheshadri, for joining us. And
thank
Nisha,
you and good evening.
There too.
Thank you.
Yeah, good day to all.
Good day. Good day.
Good day.